Yes, we are back. Back again in Train Sim Classic. Back again to do another one of these, well, things where last time we got to here, Mallaig, after starting an adventure all the way down in Penzance, up via London, Didcot several times, up the east coast, across to Glasgow, and then all the way up here to Mallaig. So what's the best thing we can do after achieving all that? Turn around again and go back to Penzance. That's what we're doing. This time though, I'm going to try and go back a different way. Obviously this first bit we're going to have to do back to Glasgow the same way, so I'll try and use some different trains. First train being used is the 142 in a really odd livery. So that's what this first video is. Mallaig to Fort William, maybe beyond if it doesn't take a couple of hours. This line, it could take anything. If you're watching this on YouTube, hello by the way. This going out on a Wednesday because that's when it's going out. Other content goes out on other days. There'll be links in the description below to where you can get this route for Train Sim Classic. There'll also be a link down there to the Twitch page as well, where you can watch me live on the Twitchy doing this and all sorts of rather random stuff, where this evening we will not be mentioning cheese. Yeah. Well, even though it's Tuesday today, well, I stream it on a Tuesday, it goes on YouTube on a Wednesday, not the day after I stream it, but that's what's the thing. Anyway, good evening to Greg and Dorset. So yes, here at the Mallaig, passengers that we haven't got are already on. We've got no internal view, so that's a thing. So we may as well make out. Have we got windows? We have got windows, because if we didn't have windows, we wouldn't be able to see where we're going. And that would be really inconvenient because we'll be able to see where we're going. Okay. Are we? Hang on. Bear with me, caller. Let's try that again. Right, so we've got 41 miles to Fort William, which could take a while. So this might be as far as we get. It might not be. We'll certainly see what happens. Yeah, I mean, come up here. I don't know what we had. What did we drive? It was a 158, wasn't it? 156. It was a 15 something where we came into here. So leaving via another thing.
Hello there.
No, not tonight. No, just no. It's going on YouTube. Don't you start. So yes, nice picturesque trip back down to Fort William. It is Derek. I haven't got one about trains. I've got one about buses. That's close. Derek doesn't like trains. So yeah, there's no other way of getting from Mallaig back to Glasgow without going back down this same line again. So I said we'll try and do it in some different trains rather than the same one. I thought, well, what better one to use initially than the good old Pacer, which sort of fits in up here, doesn't it? Sort of. At a whopping 26 miles an hour. Although we can speed up to a 40 soon, that's just going to be a ridiculous amount of speed. Camouflage with the grass. Well, it's a northern paint job, isn't it? It's the most furthest north that I could get without, you know, killing the whole of my Train Sim install. this, by the way, a train you're going to be seeing at Easter Saturday. We're going to be doing either London to Edinburgh in a pacer or Edinburgh to London, whichever way round. About 7.5 hours of it. Where most of the time this thing's going to be flat out. So yeah, top speed of 75 miles an hour. We have had one up to mid-80s. Oh, wrong one. That one. That one. That one. Yeah, 6 liveries, none of which are the awesome GWR one. So I chose the northern one. Now what we could do, and I think I will do actually, to break this journey up a bit, let's stop at every stop. We're not supposed to. We're supposed to stop at Fort William. But I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop at every stop. Just to try and elongate the journey somewhat. I'm a bone. Oh, hang on.
Hello there.
There you go. We can do it. So first stop coming up though at Morar, this place. Derek's in the house. Good place to be. You stay there. Right. So the first place we're not supposed to stop at is approaching. Don't think we'll hear from Derek tonight. It's a very croaky voice. I've got a special creep noise going on YouTube in it. Hang on. Hello, YouTube. See, there's a passenger waiting. It'd be wrong if we didn't pick up the passenger. See, we're not supposed to get here and there's people wandering around. See, and they got on. That crossing thing's slightly annoying. Alright, wait for doors to do the shutty thing. Yep. Not annoying at all. There we go. Right. Doors closing. On to the next one. We can't, yes, we can't mention the cheese, no. If you want to know about cheese, go and check out yesterday's farming video. Oh, that's some speeding. The power of the pacer. I got 15 coming up. So yeah, we're only supposed to go as far as Fort William, but depending on how time thing goes, we may or may not go further. When are we going to see the power of the pacer? Well, not on this run. Oh, we've got 50 coming up though. We may see a bit of the powers when we do the 50 thing. Oh, come on, don't let me do the speeding. Or do let me do the speeding. Look, just give me a speed limit I can actually do, rather than give me the one with the not with the speeding with the thing that I can't. Just give me a pretty decent speed limit. Like this one up here with a 30.
Hello there, Derek here. I've been on a bus today. I went up to town. I couldn't find anywhere to park the bus, but I don't know where he said to park it, but I parked in somewhere called a bus stop. They think of everything these days, don't them?
They do. They definitely do. Why does the DRA come on when you apply the brakes? I don't know. It just does. It's a pacer thing. Right. Stop doing the beeping at me. Right, 30 limit, then a 50 limit. Wow, the power. I don't know how far the next station is though. It's definitely not a me thing. I don't know why I slowed down then. That was a me thing. He uses a gaming keypad, which means he doesn't have the brake keys, so he uses an auto hotkey script to rebind them. But one of the keys is also the DRA key in this train. Yeah, R and P are my, instead of the semicolon and comma, wherever it is. That'd be an actual explanation. Look at that. See, it's, well, I suppose it is a me thing, but it's not a me thing. It could be classed as a me thing. R is usually the DRA. Yeah. So it's R and P I use for my brakes. So as soon as I press the R button to apply the brakes, it's fine. Release the brakes, the DRA comes on. So I've got to apply the brakes and re-release them again, then it goes off. It's you think only having a quarter of a keyboard. But I've got a full keyboard behind the keyboard, and I can't use it. As you'll find out when you drive this bloody thing. You'll have that exact pain of having to turn the DRA on and off every single time. Can you not just press it again to turn it off? Well, I could just go. Yeah, but I do that because I apply the brake, then press it. Yeah, I could. Look, Larwood. Stop confusing matters with your logic. Oh, I've already told people they're not adjusting my chair. Yeah, the plan is, by the way, for Easter, we're going to be doing the long train sim stream, either London to Edinburgh or Edinburgh to London. And there's going to be a couple of people here. And, well, we're going to change drivers at every station. So there'll be a pit stop style driver swap at every time you pull into a station. I could remap the DRA, that would actually be quite simple, but you know. In that case, I can't. So yeah, making our way, well, a long way back down to Glasgow. And then we're going to try and find a different way to get back down south. Easy done. We will use the full keyboard instead. You can't reach the full keyboard. That's the problem. It's behind the steering wheel. Take the wheel off? No, because the wires for the steering wheel run through the desk. There's holes in the desk where the wires disappear under the wheel. So that ain't happening. Right. Mallaig West, is that I'm guessing that's some sort of siding. We're waiting for the next stoppy place. Get a slidey out keyboard tray. You can't, because the wheel sticks under the desk. You then have to sit further away, which means you then not be able to reach the mouse. Right, another stop coming up. Trust me, the system works. Unscrew the wheel and feed the wires somewhere. No, I'm not removing the bloody wheel. You'll just have to put up with it as I put up with it. It works, apart from in this train. Right, another stop coming up then. Mallaig, where we're not supposed to stop, but we will. Bolt the wheel to the desk and move the... No! Right, there's another stoppy place approaching. Buy some Meccano on Amazon, build a frame out of that, let you hook the keyboard onto the front of the wheel. I'll get right on that, Larwood. I did think of ways of being able to build a little frame that sits above the wheel, but then you still won't be able to reach the keys. See? Easy solution. Okay. I really like my setup. It does need a bit of tweaking, but I actually quite like the fact that I've got no room and I'm just surrounded by everything. Right, open the doors, so although we're not supposed to stop here. Oops, excuse me. So where would the non-drivers sit? Behind me, or behind the person that's... Don't worry about that. It's all in hand. See, this service should stop here. In fact, they wouldn't have valid tickets because the service isn't due to stop here. It's neither there nor here or there. That's what our train was waiting for. I've cleared the thing. Now, I reckon you can get 3 people in this room, and that's what I'm rigging up for, mic-wise. Right, off to the next stop then. 33 miles to Fort William. There's going to be 6 of us. No, there isn't. There's going to be 5. Six. There's going to be 6. Yeah. Oh god, we got a 40. Hold on. Hold on to your hats, people. The G-force might be... oh god, the G-force might be too much. I did think briefly about just using the pacer, just every journey doing the pacer, so taking the pacer from Mallaig to Penzance. But I think even I'd get fed up with the pacer after that many streams. It would have been quite a cool thing to do. So we've done what? 7 miles in 20 minutes. That's not bad. Well, that said 30, but we're about to change to 40. It didn't say. Did it say 40? No, it didn't. It said 30. Tomorrow, by the way, going to be starting another new adventure. Perth to Perth. Perth in Scotland to Perth in Australia. We're going to visit Larwood in MSFS. So each week we're going to do a flight, and where we land the previous week, we'll take off from the following week. And we're going to be alternating between props and jets. So sometimes it'll be a short distance, sometimes it'll be a long distance. Tomorrow's flight is in the TBM, going from Perth to Luton, and then the week after then will be a jet of some sort, going from Luton, I should imagine, across to France. And then Thursday night, maybe something single player. Yet to be worked out. Friday night, I doubt it's going to be Forza because we haven't got enough of us. Saturday lunchtime will be Train Sim World 3, taking my first look at the New York to Trenton DLC. And Saturday night, potentially some trucking, looking at the Great Step in Pro Mods. And then Sunday afternoon, back on the farm. Yeah, visiting Luton tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Gittins Jamie 8. There's a... okay, I'm guessing it's... you've got your surname there, then your first name, and then, was that your IQ? It's quite high for this group. Thank you very much for the follow.
Hello there.
We'll even give you a Derek greeting. Oh, we've got another stop coming up down here.
Hello there, Derek here again. I understand you know my old mate, old Joe. Apparently he does like a bit of whipping cream.
He does like a bit of whipping cream, does old Joe. Yeah, it's been known that Joe likes a bit of whipping cream. Definitely. That's quite tunnely. Right, approaching Beesdale. It's definitely a very sedate line, this one. So you cut that. Probably, no, it's just Joe was saying he liked a bit of whipping cream. That's all it was. This is going on YouTube, remember. Farming, not so much. The flight won't be tomorrow either. We're going to play some music tomorrow night as well. Not that anybody will get this far on YouTube, but you know. Right, another station approaching, which is Beesdale. Where again, we're not supposed to stop, but we are. Community service and all that. Are we gonna stop? Oh yeah, yep. Stopping is a thing. Where'd that guy go? He just morph onto the train. Oh, I see there's more people. Hang on, we might have heard from Derek. God, am I safe to... I'm scared. I don't know if I should. I can't play it to myself. Because the stream's going to hear it. Okay, I won't... Shut... Oh, God. In for a penny.
Hello there, Derek here. I sees you doing that train thing. I went on a train today down Bridgewater Market. I wanted to see if I get some sheep, but they're not available. Apparently they're out of stock till a couple of weeks' time, so I gotta come back. Oh well, never mind.
That was fine. Thank you, Derek. Glad you enjoyed the market. Shame you couldn't get any sheep. You have to pay, because you can take dogs on trains. Can you take sheep on a train? Is that allowed? You have pet sheep. People have those comfort animals, don't they? Support animals, whatever they're called now. What if you can have a support sheep? Zeech. Hi. Sheeps make good pets. You can milk them. You can shave them. And when they get really old, you can just, you know, barbecue them. You get cheese from them? No. No. That's quite cornery. That was definitely quite cornery. It's your support dog fattening you. Fattening them up. Dogs are for Christmas, not just for life. You got to cook them really slowly. Put them on like Christmas Eve. Oh God, speeding. It's only £12. That's cheap. That's very cheap for a dog. Bloody DRA. I'm blaming Larwood. Dog's milk lasts or longer than other milk. I, okay. I wouldn't say fun fact. No bucket will drink it. Yeah, I'm not milking a dog. Probably get kicked out of the Battersea Dog Zone if you tried to do that. Oh, that's a view that changed. Hang on, back into a bloody tunnel. And I got to do the braking thing. Oh, it's all going on here, isn't it? We're approaching a viaduct thing. Why has it got to be downhill? It's not easy. Oh, it's a little viaduct. Oh, now you give me an uphill thing. Fine. Viaduct. That was from... God, what was that from? That was... the one where you've just replaced the bloody rails. That was a while ago we did that as well. NIMBY, that's the one. Yeah, that was an interesting... Well, it started off interesting and then got really boring really quickly. I've got Hotel Renovator to review. That's going to be well, either very good or very bad. We've still got some more construction sim to do. Also, we didn't quite make it to doing the sims on Saturday night because someone had a bit of a mental breakdown. So that's going to come back at some point. That's quite a view. I'll get the mouse out of it. Yeah, it was Crispy had a mental breakdown. No, it was me. There was a limit and I hit it. And I had to just shut down for 24 hours. But since then, I've been fine. Right, the only issue being, if we end up not taking that long to get to Fort William, I don't know how far I can go from Fort William. You couldn't have picked a worse time to do that. My last couple of hours at work today were a bit of a nightmare. How's the manual labour? Jesus Christ. Yeah. It was, it went really quickly today, but I didn't anticipate spending like half my day driving and loading and then unloading various vans. Or more than half my day. It was like 2 PM. Right, another station coming up. Braking. Your whole work day was a nightmare. It's not even like 2 PM where you are. It's definitely quite a bendy track, which the pacer doesn't do well on bends. Right, another station. You go in at 4:30. Oh, blimey. Okay, well, in that case. Right, to the side of here then. We've got another stop. Where we're not supposed to stop. Like I say, it's there on the map. You can actually see it in person. There it is. More beans. What do I have? Oh, casserole. For a second, like running. A few vegetables. See, we're not supposed to stop here, yet people are getting on. It's like, oh look, a train's turned up. Wonder where that's going. Doesn't say on the front. We'll get on anyway. It can only be going down to Fort William. Because it's the only place it can go. Also, used to be double track along here. And then someone stole one. Right, onwards to the next station. I would actually like to go to some of these stations up here. Say Carawa is certainly on my list because that just looks stunning. It's a shame it's not so flipping expensive to get up there by train. Right, so only 25 miles from Fort William. We've done, what, 15 miles in 40 minutes. So I don't know what the next leg is going to be, whether I can actually do it in a, because this is a quick drive. Because there'll be no other trains up here anyway, although we have seen some. So my next leg would be Fort William to, well, somewhere that isn't Fort William. There's a lot of screeching. Yeah, these things don't go around corners that well. No, because No, because this will only be, what, hour and a half? And it took 5.5 hours to get from Glasgow to Mallaig. So it ain't going to be Glasgow, not by a long shot. We've got another 4 hours to go to get back to Glasgow. Bridge. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the next bit would be. This is as far as I can go on this line, I think. The West Highland Line extension, I think. I don't know these things. Because the whole thing was, what, 220 miles, wasn't it? And that took 5.5 hours. Because they're not exactly speedy bits of route. Is Scotland nicer than England? I haven't been to top of Scotland. I've only been as far as sort of Dundee or Perth, and I've been to Dundee and Edinburgh, but they're really nice. Northern Ireland's really nice. Apparently this bit of Scotland is supposed to be very nice. Bridge is 25 minutes from Fort William. Yeah, but I don't know if it's on this same line. Actually, what I'll do is, when I stop at the next station, I'll look at the map, see where this map goes. So I might be able to carry on from Fort William. But I've got to be able to start from that place next time. That's the problem. Scottish are a better accent. Yeah, it depends on where in Scotland, though. Glasgow accent's quite, well, aggressive. But it sounds quite aggressive. Everyone in Glasgow always sounds like they want to fight you. Yeah, we'll have to get up and, wow, multicoloured water. We'll have to get up and do this line. I've been penciling out a few ideas of things I want to do this year. And working out holidays and stuff. My week off in May, I'm going back down to Cornwall. And I might do that by train. I might bite the bullet and do the Penzance thing. Right, we've got a 40 limit. Obviously slightly less bendy. Yeah, ignore the radioactive water, that's me. Shane Nico's scared of boats. Actually, it is a real shame Nico's not coming to the Isle of Wight with us in July, June, whatever that is. But I'm sure he'll annoy us on plenty of other occasions throughout the course of the year. I think he's coming to Busfest in July. Yeah, Easter. So we'll see him in April, July. I want to try and do something in September. Right, 30 limit coming up down here. 21 miles from Fort William. I'm sure there'll be a few other stations on the way we're going to stop at. No, I totally get it, Hawklin. If you've got a fear of something, you've got a fear of something. And the only way you'll overcome that fear is in your own time. So as much as we take the piss out of people, I wouldn't put anybody in a situation where they weren't comfortable. Plus the fact that, you know, I don't think I could cope with that long with him wearing those trousers in public. It's not so bad at Easter. They were good trousers. Oh no, they weren't. Very nice around here. So yeah, Mallaig is where we started. Our end destination for these series of trips is going to be back down in Penzance. So we're going to make the return journey to Penzance. This time though, we're going to try and go a different way, rather than going Glasgow, Edinburgh, London, you know, Bristol, Plymouth, Penzance. We'll see if we can go a different way. You're not doing lates anymore. Yay! Yeah, I couldn't cope with that. So I had a job where I worked till like 8 o'clock at night and didn't used to get out till like 9:15, and that did my head in. But no, 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 no. 5 o'clock I'm out the door. But needs must. So we've done 10 miles in 50 minutes. It might take us the whole stream time to be able to get back to Fort William at this rate. Yeah, it's a difficult thing, isn't it? If you're starting late, I've always been a creature of habit, surprisingly. You know, I've always been one that will go to bed at 10 o'clock. Even when I was working late, and sometimes, well, you know, wouldn't get home till like 9:15. I'd go home, I'd have something to eat, I'd go to bed. You'd get up, and if it wasn't into 11, I'd be up at like 7, and then I'd just mope around the place till I had to go into work. But some people, if they're finishing at that time, would probably stay up till like 1 AM, have their evening late, then go to bed, then get up later, then go back to work. So you adjust your day around your working hours. So yeah, we're in no particular rush with this, which is why I'm not going too fast. So yeah, hopefully next time, wherever we get to tonight, we can carry on from there. And then we know we've got to make our way back to Glasgow. There's no other way off this line other than going back to Glasgow. And then I think we've got to go back to Edinburgh. And that's easy. It's just then what happens after Edinburgh. Last time we did this, we cut across towards Birmingham and then Bristol and then south that way. But there's a bit that we couldn't do in the middle. So we'll see if we can fill in the gaps this time and make the return journey back to Penzance. Part of me wants to do it in the Pacer, but I think just switching trains keeps it a bit more interesting. Why is my chat not updating? On screen that appeared, but not in my chat. That's interesting. Let me just refresh my chat. There you go. Now I only saw Ethan's message on screen. The one about doing it at Easter. Well, that was part of the plan. Depends how long this takes. It could be the return to London at Easter. I still think that's going to be quite a rushed event. I may have to do some thinking on that. You're on a 40-second delay. Well, no, normally chat appears on my little pop-out window, which I have on my right-hand screen, at the same time as it appears to you, or roughly. But I saw the chat on screen, but not on my little pop-out window. I was like, okay, what's going on there? Right, Glenfinnan is next. In what way? I'm just trying to get as much in as I can to that couple of days that I've got people here. It's definitely slightly downhill. No, not that. That one. Thank you. Slowly. Chat doesn't like me. That wouldn't be Nightbot. That would be Twitch then if it's blocked something of yours or not shown something of yours. It won't be me. It will be Twitch. More meetups around mine. I'm trying. been trying to do them for years. You and the drunken sailor around on Friday. You are. Done. Shame these trains don't actually go. I did untick it to say other trains, or just play a train, so at least we do get to see a bit of life, but they're just going to be sat here at stations just waiting for me to sod off, basically. Here, you, sod off.
Hello there.
Hi, Derek. Ah, look, they missed the train that wasn't supposed to stop there. Right, so now about to go. For some reason your 33-month sub didn't show. No, last person that subbed was Crispy yesterday. It could be Twitchy's having some Twitchy problems. Right, do the slowy down thing. Very strange. You probably are. No problem. Well, you're here. Yeah, that proves, you know, there is something wrong with you. Right, so we're about to go over the Harry Potter viaduct thing. The one in the, you know, the Harry Potter's films. Oh, I was trying to have a jelly baby. Stop with the doing the braking thing. Oh, don't do that. No, not that one. Forget that. Nothing to see there. How difficult is it to open a bloody tub of jelly babies while you're trying to stream? Right. Right, the Harry Potter aqueduct thing. See, it would have been better, I think. If they hadn't used the steam train, they should have used a pacer. Right, we've done 15 miles in an hour. That's quite a good average, I think. So yeah, tomorrow night, back with some MSFS, doing a group flight from Perth in Australia. No, from Perth in Scotland to Perth in Australia. Not tomorrow, because that would take longer than tomorrow. But doing the first leg of it tomorrow, going from Perth in Scotland to Luton in the UK in the TBM. So a prop flight tomorrow. Thursday, maybe something single player. But may not be. Friday night, I doubt it's going to be Forza Horizon 5, so we can't get enough of us. So that'll be something else. Saturday lunchtime, Train Sim World 3, looking at the new line which released today. So I was going to do that this evening, but decided against it. That's New York to Trenton. And then Saturday night, we got some trucking in the ETS2s. and then Sunday back on the farm. So lots of things still to come. It feels weird. This is a Tuesday, which is not my first stream of the week, and this is my second stream of the week. So I'm really thrown out because we did farming yesterday, which wasn't random at all.
Hello there, Derek here again. I understand you know my old mate old Joe. Apparently he does like a bit of whipping cream on.
He does like a bit of whipping cream. Yeah, he definitely likes a bit of whipping cream, does old Joe. Why is it all downhill? No, that's you, Ethan. That's not Joe. What have you done? Yeah. No more cheese for Derek. No, exactly.
Hello there, Derek here. I sees you playing with the balls today. I used to play with my balls. Trouble is they got rather sore and I had to go downtown to see the doctor. He gave me some cream, but it didn't taste very nice. So I got old Joe to know how to do it for me. He's a nice lad, that old Joe.
He is. He's a very nice lad, apparently. Only press that 'cause I couldn't see what it said on the stream deck. But what's that one then? Welcome to... Hang on, I'll zoom in a bit. Bear with me. Hang on. This is one for tomorrow, I think.
Hello there. I see you doing that flying thing.
No.
You want to be careful about going up high, because my mate went up high and he never came down again. We never find him.
I love the fact he made himself laugh during that. I'll also play that tomorrow as well. Are these voicemails? The recordings he left me, which I've now put on my stream deck. Look, we've got 13 miles to go and I've got at least another hour of stream to go. So I'm trying to take my time now. You won't get many from Derek while he's away. Well, we'd expect him to check in once. You know, there will be reminders sent from Muck Derek. The worldwide adventures of Derek. Just don't know how he's going to cope when he's sat here, going between wherever and wherever in this thing. That's going to be one to watch. No, one says balls, one says cheese, one says farming, one says bus, one says flight, one says tractor, and one says hello. Derek's never been out of Somerset before. I'm stopping every stop on the Easter stream. Every stop.
Hello there.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So stopping at every single station between Edinburgh and London, and swapping driver at every single station. I think the worst, I was toying with doing Paddington to Penzance because that's more stops. I think that's 57 stops. So we'll see how it goes. It's going to get, yeah, that's why I am thinking now of doing, say, Paddington to Penzance, because that was 57. So we'll see. There'll be something. It's going to be interesting to try and do it from a logistics point of view. I might have to replace this gaming chair with like a bench seat or something, so you can just perch. Well, it's the stops we did on the stream, isn't it? So it's not. Actually, no. I think the Paddington to Penzance one was every single stop. Well, that makes it more fun, doesn't it? Because you might only drive like a mile, and you got to get up and get out and let someone else take over. So I'll disable track IR for that one because my track IR gets all tangled up. So yeah, that's going to be it's going to be interesting. It is going to be a bit like musical chairs. Half a mile Ealing Broadway to West Ealing. Yeah, that's going to be. Yeah, that's going to be an interesting one. Yep, next. Which means it's actually going to take longer. Getting in, swapping drivers is going to take longer, isn't it? Right, next stop approaching. I feel sorry for Ed, because just as Ed will get back downstairs after having his go, come on Ed, you're up. We have to come back up the stairs again. Unless, well, I might be setting up a gaming setup downstairs, so I might be able to do it from downstairs. So not here. So that could be a thing. It's just going to be easier then. People just sit on the sofa. Right, so we're at this place, but yeah, I've got a few weeks to work that out. There was a Stanley stair lift in here. It got sold about 4 years ago. So you don't remember. Oh no, that's gonna. I'm not gonna. You can't. I can't disable that. Everyone that sits here will be hearing their own voice because I can't disable it. That's just in order to get the game audio, you have to hear everything else. So you just have to get used to it. Right, onwards. 10 miles from Fort William. I'm going to have to look when we get to Fort William, see if we can go any further than that. But it may be that we'll take our end point as being Fort William to start from next time. But we'll see. I'll also look at the map thing, won't I? Let's do that now. So, yeah, Fort William is the end then for this route. Okay, so we're not going any further. And we're there. So it's got to be, this is the West Highland Line extension then. So that's got to be just the West Highland Line then. Starts at Fort William. We'll have a look when we get there. Fort William's only where the train reverses. Oh, hang on. I'll look at the map again then. Oh, I see. So we're stopping at Fort William. Ah, because we've come from this end. Well, that only goes as far as Speen Bridge. So technically we could go as far as Speen Bridge then. But I don't know if I could actually start from Speen Bridge on the next one. Yeah, because after that it'd be Roy Bridge. But I'll check. If Fort William's also on the other one, then we'll switch to the West Highland Line and go Fort William. Yeah, which I've got. Okay, so we can maybe fit in Fort William to Roy Bridge. Depends how long it takes us to do the next 9 miles. We've got another hour of stream. We shall see. Anything can happen in the next 9 miles. Well, no, because I want to change trains. I don't want to do it as one, because it's going to take another 4 hours. So in theory, it's another 2 streams before we even get back to Glasgow. Right, put the pedal to the metal. Well, let's yank my thing back. .55 of the miles an hour. That's many of the miles an hour. Yeah, this is a quick drive route. But we had other trains on it. Because it's mainly single track, you don't really notice a difference. Apart from the fact that I couldn't specify where I stopped. That's why I've just been stopping, and it's fine. It's all good in the hood, as they say. I don't know who they are, but they say it. I don't know when they say it. Some say it's ugly. Some say it's good looking. I've only met Ethan twice. I'm making an opinion. Right, Lochiel is the next stop down here. Meeting you a lot more. What have I done wrong? Oh, hang on, that's not the right one. That one, there it is. I chose the straw. Yeah, living too bloody close to him. At least I know you're safe all the way up there. What? Nothing. Wasn't talking to you.
Hello there.
Okay, nap time. You are the furthest north. One of the shortest, the tightest, and the one with the least fashion sense. So yeah, there's a lot of things going on there. I think time-wise, Derek's closer. About 40 minutes, 45 minutes, something like that. A bit more than that, I should imagine. Probably about an hour. Wow, this is a short platform. Blimey. Okay, we'll get some of the train on it slowly. Way out that way. No, really? Undershoot. Last time I overshot, I got it in the eye. There we go. Just getting on. Get on the train. Was it cheese? No. All these people. See, this train's not supposed to stop here. Train don't stop. This place, Wednesdays. Lockheed. Right, don't know where the next station is, but there's one. So we're going to get to Fort William, where it may be that's where we'll call it the end. But unless we can see if we can go to the West Highland line and carry on from Fort William. We'll stick with the same train for this evening because that just keeps it simpler. Unit number, this vehicle, other vehicle. Okay, good to know. Power. Yeah, I actually think now. Actually, what we could do is do Penzance to Paddington in a pacer, which I know was probably the last one I did. But the stops are further apart initially, and they get closer together right at the end. Or do we do it the other way around and have the close together stops at the beginning, so it's chaotic, and then they get further apart? Should have a think on that one. Right, so I don't know if we've got many more stations between us and Fort William. If there are, then we shall stop at them. If there aren't, then, well, we won't. So the aim is over the coming weeks, we will attempt to make our way back down to Penzance without cheating. So we started at Mallaig, so wherever we stop this evening, we will carry on from next time. And we did it on the way up. We did Penzance to Mallaig. A bit fiddly at places. Trying to get to from Aylesbury down to King's Cross, and then King's Cross out was a bit of a challenge, but you know, Corpac, Banavie and Fort William. So we got 3 more stops in 4 miles. Right, Corpac West is there, then Pulp Mill East.
Oh, yeah.
Judge Jules 1991. Okay. Obviously not the Judge Jules, because he would be stupid enough to give himself the actual name. But thank you very much for the follow. Right, yeah, Corpac is coming up. Hang on, is that red? That just changed to green. That was lucky. That was very lucky. I'm guessing as the barriers came across. Yep, that's not annoying. Yeah, 3 and a bit miles to go to Fort William. So we will be carrying on from there. How far? We don't know. You gonna beep at me? Yes, you are. Right, slow it down. Right, into Corpac, and was it Banavie, and then Fort William after that. This train's actually suited to this line. See, we're not supposed to stop here. People like getting on, people like getting off. It's a community service we are providing. And even the pacer sounds nice on tick over. Come on in, people. How long do you need to get on? There we go. Right, onwards. So a 40 here, down to a 25 there. So our next station's probably going to be appearing over here anytime soon. Yeah, there's Banavie. So yeah, we'll stick with the same train when we leave Fort William. Right, braking down to 25. Yeah, it actually suits this being up here. better than a 156, 158 or whatever it was we were in. Uh-oh. Oh, was that... Hang on a minute. That... Oh, balls. Wrong end. That bridge actually swung across. Did you see that? That was quite cool. So we had to wait for the bridge to swing in back into place. So the road bridge has swung out the way and the rail bridge has swung in. That's definitely quite cool. Right, very slowly into Bannerby station. I wonder if that's going to swing back again or whether that's just going to stay there. Oh, forgot to stop. Because it definitely swung in as I approached. So the road bridge is staying shut as well. That one's staying shut. Oh, that's a pain. It would have been quite nice to see it. Wow. Come on indoors, do the closey thing. So we can get out of here. And there we go. Right, so Fort William then is our next stop. Wow, surrounded by level crossings, all sorts going on there. Right, onwards to Fort William, 2 miles to go. Oh, without much speeding, no. So now we finally get a bit of speed on. Not speedo, speed on. Lockheed East distant, Fort William West, Fort William up Mallaig, Fort William main reverse. There's a lot going on down here. Across a little bridgey thing. That's what it's called. Technical term, little bridgey thing. I really do like the audio from this. It's very pleasing. Right, slow it down to 15. And then we come slowly into Fort William. We go back to the menu, change the map, stick with the same train, and leave Fort William. Depending how far we get, and I'll be able to look actually to see where we can start from, so that'll give us a point we can get to. So if we can get to somewhere in a quick drive now that I know I can start from next time, then that's good. If not, we'll have to start from here next time and redo some of the steps, but different train next time. Something as easily up here as obviously it's got to be. If I only get to suit a HST or anything, so maybe like 166, something like that, or a thumper. I think something 2-car. I don't think I've got anything that's 1-car in Train Sim. Well, I don't think we'll be able to start from platform 2, so we might have to start from platform 1, but it'll be close. I'm not being that anal about it. Same station's fine. Right, so that's Mallaig to Fort William done. So what I'll do now is I'll do another quick drive. We'll stay with the same train. We'll change the line from West Highland Line extension to just the West Highland Line. Is it going to be the West Highland Line south? Fort William 2. Oh, there we go. So we can go. So we can start from Roy Bridge. So we start from Roy Bridge. Oh, where's the end of it though? Haha. Where's the other end of? So we go from Fort William. I don't know where the other end of the line is. How far does it go? It goes past Carrara. Is it Helensburgh? Okay. Well, we'll go as far as Roy Bridge, because that's probably a good place to finish. And then we'll have to work out next time then, if we start at Roy Bridge, what's the furthest we can go on the West Highland line south before switching to the West Highland line. Yeah, we'll go to Roy Bridge, and we can end at Roy Bridge. We'll see how far it is, of course. Probably only about like 5 miles, 12 miles. Okay. So we've actually started at the same place where we were. I'll open the doors, and we'll get this lot on. Okay, I'll open the windows. Yeah, there we go. So started at platform 2, and we'll head to Roy Bridge. And the next time we will depart Roy Bridge. Right, off we go to see Roy. So yeah, that's quite good. Actually, back out on the same platform we came in. Not too difficult from here though, because they just come out onto this single track. It's not like certain platforms will point us in certain directions. So yeah, just 11 miles then. So at 60 miles an hour, it's going to take us 11 minutes. So at 30 miles an hour, which should probably be our average, should take us 20 minutes. So this is the same line we just came in on. So we'll be able to speed up shortly, and there we go. And off to Roy Bridge we go. Any stops in between? There should be. We know we got Speen Bridge. That's this side. I don't know if there'll be any others. I should imagine so, because it's 10 miles. But yeah, I'll have to have a look at the line. Actually, I can do it now, can't I? Let's have a look. Where does it go? Right, stop at Roy Bridge. So where are we? We're there. Okay, so Roy Bridge is there, and it carries on. Blimey, okay. All the way down. Jesus. There. So it is Helensburgh. So Helensburgh is our final place we can go to. That's fine. So we know next time then it's going to be Roy Bridge to Helensburgh. In a different train. Yes, quick drives aren't too bad on single track like this where you're not going to see many other trains. It doesn't feel so bad. I wouldn't want to use a quick drive on like a mainline run, certainly over a longer distance, but hopefully we shouldn't need to when we get back to Glasgow. Slightly uphill, flat out. Well, yeah, because that's on this route. Oh, I mean going further south from Glasgow. Well, I've done it before. If it means I've got to buy routes, I've got to buy routes. So we know we've got to head back to Edinburgh. It's just whether we can do some of the line from Edinburgh. I think it was York last time we cut across country. You know, if I end up having to go back down to London, we go back down to London. I'll just use different trains and try and break the journey up rather than do it in one long journey. Okay, so we've got a 50 down here. So we'll keep the speed roughly around that. Blimey, you wouldn't want to go much faster than that around these bends. Miles to go. There must be only Speen Bridge before Roy Bridge then. Or is that the other side? Might be the other side. So there might be nothing between us and Roy. Yeah, but at least we know we can carry on from Roy Bridge next time. It's quite a way down. I might bump into Roy Bridge over the weekend. More like it'll be Rapsy Nesbit. Yeah, probably if you're going to Glasgow. Never really had the inspiration. I really want to go back to Edinburgh. The brief time I was there, it did look really nice. But say that the festival was on when I was there, so it was just madness. I really liked Perth. Perth was really, and Dundee was quite impressive. It was raining when I was there, surprisingly. No cake from Dundee, no. It should be a good few days, Russell. Hope it's a nice break. One of the reasons why I'm trying to do stuff this year is A, something to look forward to every like 3 or 4 weeks. And B, breaking routine, getting out of the house and all that. Although I won't be doing that at Easter much, but you know. Well, I might actually on the Sunday. Might go down to New Forest. Right, 5 miles from Roy. Yeah, Speen Bridge is coming up then, so we have got another station between us and Roy. I even think the audio from this is actually quite good. It's the noise of the track, the noise of the joints. Right, better to slow down. We're visiting Train Sim World 3. Yeah, I don't know whether they venture this far north. I think some of the rural stuff's quite nice. I'm actually kind of looking forward to the New York to Trenton one. I could have streamed it today. I could have recorded some content on it to come out today. But yeah, there's a couple of the American Train Sim World 3 routes that are quite nice. Hopefully that's going to be one of them. So I'll be streaming that on Saturday lunchtime. Oh, bit rapid, slightly speedy. Yeah, it's fine. Right, into Speen Bridge, where again we're not supposed to be stopping, but we will. He's rushing for the train, but not... That was a weird walk, wasn't it? I'm walking really quickly, but I'm not moving anywhere. I'm walking on ice. I'm running on ice. That was a Billy Joel song, I think. Oh, see, you're going to miss it. In fact, you have missed it. That's a shame. Nope, no. Walking on broken glass. No, that wasn't. That was what's her face? Annie Lennox, that's the one. Yeah, what's her face? I was right. Who'd you flip? Doobry what's it? Thingamabob. So close. Right, 3 miles to go to Roy. Oh, hang on.
Hello there, Derek here again. I understand you know my old mate, old Joe. Apparently he does like a bit of whipping cream.
He does like a bit of whipping cream. That's as far as we can go with that. Right, Roy Bridge. Question is, where does Joe put the whipping cream? On some apple pie, of course. Although there's a clue in this one.
Hello there, Derek here. I sees you playing with the balls today. I used to play with my balls. Trouble is they got rather sore and I had to go downtown to see the doctor. He gave me some cream, but it didn't taste very nice. So I got old Joe to now to do it for me. He's a nice lad, that old Joe.
I've got visions in my head now. If you just joined, welcome. Right, heading towards our final stop then of Roy Bridge. Where we will carry on from next week and head further south on our quest to get back to Glasgow, and then onwards to Penzance, because that's just a short hop away, where I'm sure we're going to go to Didcot a few times because, well, we've got to. I think about 5 times on the way up here we went to Didcot. I think one of the streams we started at Didcot and ended at Didcot. One then started at Didcot, went to Oxford, back to Didcot, Reading via Didcot, and then back to Oxford. Maybe Derek should go to get Didcot. I do. That is, yeah, that's something I definitely got to do. The Steam Museum and Didcot. Steam Museum's easy. I could just drive there in about 10 minutes. Still never been. Kerry, it finally came through. 33 of the months. Thank you very much, Kerry. That was a slight delay. 33 months, which means I've been doing this longer than that. That's slightly scary. 6 years now, I think we're up to now. That's definitely worrying. 6 years of my life doing this. I don't know who needs help more, you lot for watching it or me for doing it. Right, Roy Bridge is in sight. I'll answer that at Easter. I've got to spend more bloody money for flipping Easter. Oh my god. Wires and microphones and arms and things. No, USB won't work. Because it all plugs into the mixing desk. Got nothing USB. It's all XLR. Right. Slowly we're approaching Roy Bridge. I've got one microphone. I've got the one I had before this one, which works really well. But I've got another one I had before that, and it's not great sound quality. So I just need to pick up another one of the same one of this one. So I can rig up 3 mics in here. What I might do temporarily is unplug the Amazon device, and I can probably unplug the one where the music's going from and plug 2 mics straight into this mixing desk, so I haven't got to have and the other mixing desk plugged in. Then you can just power 2 other mics. That's probably what I'll do. I've got the one I had before that as well. I had an old dynamic microphone I started with, but I don't know where that's gone. But that picked up a lot of background noise as well. Right, into Roy Bridge. Sounded slightly wrong. And stop. Right, so Roy Bridge is where we're going to carry on from next time and make our way south. Different train though. It'll be something diseasely and small. It's maybe 166 or Thumper, something like that. But that will be next Tuesday. So yeah, that will be the plan for next week. Next stream, though, back tomorrow night with some flights, starting another adventure, Perth to Perth. Perth in Scotland to Perth in Australia. Tomorrow night, leg 1, Perth in Scotland to Luton in the TBM. So a prop flight tomorrow. We're going to play some music as well. Thursday night, then back with something single player potentially. Friday night, don't know yet. Probably isn't going to be some Forza Horizon 5 because there isn't enough of us. But we'll do something on Friday night. Saturday lunchtime, more trains. Train Sim World 3, looking at the New York to Trenton route, a new route. Saturday night, some ETS2, some trucking. And then Sunday afternoon, back on the farm. So thanks to you lot in chat for keeping me company for the last couple of hours, and to this lot as well. So thanks to, I'm not thanking Crispy because he hasn't been watching Ignorant Git. Thanks to Gregman, Larwood and Nightbot for doing sod all. Judge Jules, Gittins, Jamie and for following, and Kerry for resubscribing. Thank you very, very much indeed. I will be back tomorrow night with a couple of idiots to do some flight. Until then, I'll leave you with this.
Hello there, Derek here again. I understand you know my old mate old Joe. Apparently he does like a bit of whipping cream on his balls, but he's been told not to do it because apparently he gets some cheese behind there.
If you have been, thanks very much for watching.